Greetings, this is NobleKale from noblekale.com. I've got here a game called Undermine, which appears to be by a group, although I don't know who's in it. But either way, they have a Twitter account, so you can check them out at the Undermine. Details will be in the description for the video. And I've picked this one up off Feedback Friday number 44 over at Reddit's r/gamedev. So that's just on the weekly thread there. And the description for this one is: Undermine is about a dwarf named Delve. Delve needs your help. Help him in his journey to find the Enchiridion and learn how to mine his way to riches and glory. And it's just got some controls here on the Reddit post, which is W for throw bomb, S for place torch, A and D for right, and space for jump. So that's all very left hand heavy, and left mouse is swing pickaxe. So that's some interesting controls. I would almost think that you could use more buttons on the mouse or something like that instead, but we're going to try this. So I've got those written down in another window and we'll see how we go. I haven't played this one at all. I haven't even opened it up. So first impressions, I don't mind this background. It's pretty cool. Good intro screen. Weird size for a window. It's 800 by 400. So maybe their intent is to have it on a tablet. I'm not too sure. We've got an option screen here, and there's music volume. These buttons don't actually do anything. That's why I've had to mute it back on Windows Sound Controls. There's a credits. Okay, so there is actually a whole team here, so you can check these guys out. I will try and track them down and put them into the description. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is these fonts are not standing up very well. It looks good down here, doesn't look too good up here, so they need to have a look at how they're doing that. Alright, let's have a go. So one thing that I've noticed immediately is apparently I need to use the mouse, but I need to press enter and I need to have my hand on the WASD, so I'm going to have to press enter, then move my hand over to the mouse. So maybe begin game could be another key or something like that. Okay, right, so there's Poor Knight. With hopeful ambitions, you enter Undermine in search of the Enchiridion. This font is terrible and hard to read. It also doesn't match what's going on up here. I would scrap this one and just go with this one here. Be nice and consistent. I'm also noticing immediately different size pixels all over the place. So I would prefer a lot more consistency with the artwork. Okay. And so I start off by falling down. I don't know quite, press the S key. Okay, so I'm placing torches. Right, so I've placed some torches. This moving background, I don't quite know why they've got that, but to be honest, that could actually cause a bit of motion sickness. There was a game I did Feedback Friday, feedback on a little while back, and I absolutely could not play it because it made me too dizzy. Alright, so I don't know how I'm going to get down there. Okay, you click on it. Right. It's a little bit difficult to actually see entirely what's going on here. The collision detection is a bit rough. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And now I've got a black screen. Maybe, okay. Right, so the screen went black because there was no light. Maybe if it came up with a display saying you are in the dark, or just even if it was just lower vision. Alright, so I'm not even sure of what I'm doing here as far as these controls are just really not great. I don't quite understand why you wouldn't go for some other kind of control system, and I think they're just going to have to. I'm having trouble tracking how many of these torches I can have. But that seems okay. That looks like a trap. I'm just going to walk on it anyway. Okay, so that was an instant kill. It says continue. Yes, doesn't work. I'm going to try enter. Okay, so we're going in again. For some reason, when I jumped down, I also threw a bomb and a torch. So it says press the S key. I think that's sort of meant as a tutorial, but it's a little bit confusing. These keys are really not working for me. Even if they move jump to right click, that would kind of help a little bit. Now, what I'm also noticing is when I'm running into a wall here, I can't jump, which is a bit here or there. Okay, so let's keep going. It's a little bit full on that you go from this, which is realistically just a walk around kind of thing, and then straight into that other map, which, you know, you have to throw the torches and do this and do that. I would prefer, just on that other screen, that it would say you're at the exit, click on me or something like that. Okay, so we're just going to try and dig up, because I think that's sort of the key. I'm not sure whether I have to go down or up, so lacking any kind of direction, I'm just going to go down. Sorry, lacking any kind of direction, I was going to go up, but seem to have lost, so not terribly a big fan of enemies being behind blocks. I think that kind of feels like a bit of a dick move. So yeah, they've got enemies actually underneath blocks and behind blocks, and this guy's moving through the blocks, so I'd rather see something a little bit more solid there. Either way, it's coming across as I'm still playing it because I'm actually having fun here. I think that the controls really, really need a sit down and a revisit. I don't mind the kind of, it doesn't quite feel like Terraria. It does kind of feel like something new, but it really does need a bit more consistency. Art-wise, everything needs to be revamped for consistency. I've got all sorts of different size pixels, different art styles, everything. I'm kind of assuming that it's programmer art or placeholders or something, but yeah, it just feels a bit odd at the moment. But either way, it's not a bad start, especially, you know, and it does have that fun feeling. I have no idea what the Grim Reaper was doing there and why he stopped moving. It does need some kind of mechanism though. What I'm noticing is, so I can jump one brick higher, like this. I can jump a few bricks higher, but there were a couple of instances where I just couldn't make the jump that I needed to. The jumping feels okay, but I need to be able to sort of get onto a higher area or something like this. Constantly throwing out the torches, not really a fun element of it, so I would revise the need for that. Like, even if they made it something that you had to do in the early stages of the game and then it went away because you got a power up or something that enabled you to not have to, but it's just not a fun element for me. And again, coming back to this moving background, I would very much get rid of it. It's just not working out for me. It's kind of making me feel a bit ill. Anyway, so that was Undermine. I had a bit of a grumble there, but I think that there's a core of fun, but there's a few things that just kind of need immediate attention and love. One of which is I would actually go through and I would take all of these sprites and I would just make them nice, simple, clean cut. Like, I would break them back down to stick figures or something, and I would stick with much more consistent sort of stuff. Overall, it's not too bad. The music was pretty good when I had it on. I didn't mind it too much. Also, I would definitely have a look at these controls because they're just weird. What I'm also noticing is that before I was throwing down torches and they were skewing down to the bottom left, so I don't know quite what was going on there. So there's just a few things. I'm currently stuck in the middle of the air, so I don't know what's going on there. It looks like collision detection really needs a bit of a look, and a couple of other things. So there's definitely some room there. But overall, not too bad. That was Undermine. I'll try and get the details of all those group members onto the description, but at the very least you can find them on @the Undermine. Alright, I'll see you guys later. On to the next video. Bye.